Lindsay here, the Frugal Crafter. I've got something really fun to share with you today. Actually, a couple new uses for your bow making tool. I sold a bunch of these. My husband made them and they came out really cool. And so I want to thank everyone who purchased one and I hope you're enjoying them. I've got a few more left and we'll be making more, so I will put a link below the video if you do want to obtain one for yourself. Well, this is great for making bows and I did a video on that already. But my mother called me last night. She said, "Hey Lindsay, did you ever try making a pom-pom on that thing Jason made you?" And so I did, and it made the best pom-pom, and it's so easy. And so you need 2 of your pegs. It comes with 4. You just need 2. And if you want a huge jumbo pom-pom, you can put them this far apart. If you want a teeny tiny pom-pom, you can put, you know, them a ½ inch apart. I'll put them 1.5 inches apart for this pom-pom. This was a 1-inch pom-pom. And just take your yarn and wrap her around. I'm going to move this a little bit so it's a little bit easier for me to wrap. I find this to be so much easier than actually using one of the store-bought pom-pom makers, which is really cool. So you want to keep wrapping and wrapping and wrapping and wrapping until you really have it nice and full. Now it's such a gorgeous day. I actually have the door to the outside, the bulkhead open, so if you hear any strange chicken noises or dogs, it's a menagerie around here, so any bit of wilderness could wander in at any moment. We've had ducks visiting us this week. I don't think they'd come inside though, but you never know. I had a bird down here once, and not a chicken, like did have a chicken down here once, but actually had like a little sparrow down here one day. It was crazy. I like to have nice full pom-poms, so I just keep on wrapping until that is nice and thick. And because you have the length of these dowels to work on, you can actually make a fuller pom-pom than you can on a traditional plastic pom-pom loom. So that's kind of nice. I'll give it a few more wraps. I would probably make it a little bit thicker, but I don't want this video to be super duper long, and I have another thing I want to show you too, so I think I'll trim it right here. And then you need a piece of string about, say about 8 inches long. And then this is great because you don't have to have an extra pair of hands. You just give it a good tie, and then I just try to push it. Actually, you could slide it all the way down, push it with your finger if you wanted to, so it doesn't slide, and then tie your second knot. It's the hardest part there, getting those knots tight. And I'm holding this way away from myself because I want it to be on frame. Generally, I'd have that jig right up against my belly. Alright, and slide her off. And I like to keep a hold of the ends where I tied it, because that's what you'd use to tie it onto your scarf or your whatever garment you're going to have it on. And then you want to snip your loops. Well, this is working alright. I was thinking I need to go grab my good sewing scissors, but this, gosh, these cheap 69-cent Eagle stationery scissors are working pretty good. And you want to just go through and make sure you clip all your loops. There's quite a few in there because I did quite a few wraps, and I like to give it a good shake out, and then I bring my little trash bucket over. All kinds of lovely trash in there, mostly inky stuff. And then I just give it a little haircut. Trim off the long bits, and you can make it a little bit rounder if you need to. I don't know if you can hear it. I can hear the chickens outside. Somebody must be laying an egg. They get very excitable. But there you go, you got a nice round pom-pom, and super duper quick and easy. That was real time, and you know, make them as big or as little as you want on this loom. So the other thing I wanted to share with you, I like to make friendship bracelets, and when I was a kid, that's what we did. It was so fun just to sit around on the weekends with your girlfriends and make friendship bracelets, do it at camp or whatever. And we typically would safety pin our embroidery floss like to our jeans, like to our knee, and so then we pretty much had a friendship bracelet dangling from our pants all the time, and we just stop and work on it here and there. And there's nothing wrong with that. You know, you could use a clipboard too, but it can be a little bit harder to get your hands around it. So I thought, I wonder if I could do a friendship bracelet on my jig, and you can. So what you want to do is get however many threads you want, and you're going to need to cut it at about 4 feet. I'm not going to cut that much. I'm just going to get it started here to show you. So I'm just going to cut a little bit. I should have untangled this beforehand. Oh, planning. I'm not so good with the planning today. Oh boy. Okay, so I'm just going to I'll just cut it like a foot off because I don't need another bracelet at the moment. I want to keep it fairly quick for you. Oh my gosh, I got thread everywhere. So then you'd fold it in half. So let's pretend we have 4 feet here. And then you just want to tie it on to your peg with a double knot. And tie it tight, and the nice thing about these dowels is they will grip the thread. It's not going to slide off the end on you. All right, and then to make the bracelet like I'm wearing here, it's a spiral design, you want to select one color and you'll hold the others together and just start tying knots. Just a regular old knot, kind of like you're making the number 4 and then you're pulling it up. You want to hold this the other strands together, so you're tying around that bulk of strands, and then when you go to change color, you just gather that first one in the strand and grab another color and start tying, and it will make that spiral design as you go. I find if my when my thread kind of the knots start to get the top, then I'll just kind of pull it underneath and keep on tying, and that will create the spiral. So you want to keep doing that until you have it long enough to go around your wrist, and I actually have that here on this peg. That's how long it is here. All right, and then you slide off the string from your peg, and you get that little loop, and then divide your strings down here on the bottom. Okay, still have a bit of a raspy voice from that cold I've been getting over. All right, then you want to take half of the strings and feed them through that little hole there. And then take the other half. You just going to tie these two halves together. It's very easy, and it's a very neat and tidy way to finish off your bracelet. And these are bangle style, which means you'd slip them right on and off over your hand. So that's why you want to make your, what I usually do is I'll measure, as I'm working, I'll measure it around so that it will go around like this part of my hand, because as long as it fits there, then I can slide it on and off. And then I trim my ends. I don't trim them too short because I don't want the knot to come out, but and you have that nice and neat. And there, it's a quick and easy little friendship bracelet you can make. So there's a couple more ideas to use your bow jig. Again, I'll have the link below if you want to order one. The new ones are all hardwood. I should have brought those. Let me go grab them. Hang on a second. These are the new style. We got maple here and we have walnut, and they have the beautiful oiled finish. Now if you have your jig and if it starts to get a little dull in color, all you do is take a little mineral oil or baby oil and just rub it right in there, and that will bring back the look of the natural wood. This is not stained. This is actual walnut. This is actual maple. So by oiling the wood, you get that beautiful scent and that lovely feel, and it's just a joy to work with and hold in your hands and make bows and pom-poms and friendship bracelets, and I've got other ideas too I have to practice with. So I want to thank you so much for watching. Have a great weekend. Thumbs up and subscribe. And until next time, happy crafting.